Hello and welcome to MC in Focus, Montgomery College only student news broadcast. I'm Jasudian Cruz.
And I'm Maxim Korobchenko. Welcome to the show.
The race for Élysée Palace is well underway with France's presidential candidate Marine Le Pen of the far-right National Front and centric Emmanuel Macron. Both candidates took part in a presidential debate held on Wednesday that will determine the future of the France and its next president. But among the name-calling and verbal combat between both candidates, viewers were introduced to two radically different versions of France. The voters will have to choose during the final rounds of the elections on Sunday. Neither of the candidates hid their dislikes for one another, nor their opposing views concerning Europe, terrorism, France's stagnant economy, and Russia. Macron leads Le Pen in the polls by 20 points, and it is considered likely to win on Sunday. The people of France head to the polls Sunday, May 7th.
A new monument will be placed in the Arlington Cemetery in the near future. A large number of those buried in the cemetery were Vietnam helicopter crew casualties. To honor these men, the nonprofit Vietnam Helicopter Pilots Association asked to put up a monument in memory of those who died. After 3 years of pushing for this monument, Congress has finally approved it. It will be placed near the Tomb of the Unknown.
A mistake of epic proportions is how United Airlines CEO Oscar Munoz described an incident to Congress in which a passenger was violently dragged off a flight. Executives from other major airlines joined Munoz testifying in front of the House Transportation Committee. United Airlines proposed several policy changes to prevent a similar incident, including offering up to $10,000 to passengers to give up their seats. Law enforcement will no longer be allowed to handle their customers. Congress has proposed some of their own changes to protect airline passengers in the wake of the United incident, which resulted to a passenger losing 2 teeth, getting a broken nose, and having a concussion.
The Trump administration is preparing to roll back school lunch regulations. Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue announced a plan to relax federal nutrition standards. Some of the affected standards include whole grain requirements, sodium content, and milk options. Perdue argues that the current standards are a high cost on schools. He also claims kids are not eating the food, resulting in a waste of resources. Perdue plans to leave nutrition standard decisions to the schools and local communities. The current standards were heavily influenced by former First Lady Michelle Obama. They focused on healthier diets and more active lifestyles for kids.
An 18-year-old high school student has been accused of driving a stolen car with an assault rifle to his school. Mario Alvarado of Wheaton was arrested near Albert Einstein High School after an officer initiated a traffic stop on his car. Alvarado immediately got out of his car and ran from the officer, but returned to the same intersection a short time later and was taken into custody. Alvarado has been charged with possessing a deadly weapon on school property, possession of an assault weapon, possession of a stolen vehicle, and other firearms-related charges. He is being held on a $2,000 bond.
The last track maintenance session on Metro will take place sometime next month. As a result, the Rockville and Shady Grove stations will be temporarily closed. However, shuttle buses will be available to transport passengers from the Shady Grove and Rockville stations to Twinbrook Station. The exact dates of the maintenance session has not been revealed yet. Metro spokesperson Ron Holzer says the maintenance is expected to run through late June. After this surge is completed, Metro will introduce a new maintenance program that will meet industry standards.
Montgomery College students were crowned champions of NASA's virtual Swarmathon robotics competition. The NASA Swarmathon is a challenge that aims to develop cooperative robotics to revolutionize space exploration. Teams from minority-serving universities and community college develop systems for self-direct robots to search and collect resources on Mars. The competition is funded by NASA through the NASA Minority University Research and Education Program and the Universities of New Mexico in partnership with the NASA KSC Swamp Works. Congratulations to our MC Swarmathon participants. This is the first time Montgomery College has participated in this competition. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. We will show you a fun way to relieve stress.
And I'll give you an update on the latest sports stories.
Stay with us and we will see you after these student-produced commercials and the weather forecast.
Does anyone have any water or Gatorade?
Tea is the only beverage that can be served both cold and hot. You can drink it with milk or without. You can add sugar or have it black, and if you feel like you're getting a little sick, just squeeze in some lemon, add some honey, and voila, you have a natural cold remedy. Kids can be picky, but they also love tea. At least most of them do. So remember, pour yourself a cup of tea and you'll see the world differently.
Good afternoon. It's time for this weekend's weather forecast. I hope you have your rain gear with you because today is going to be rainy with thunderstorms and wind throughout the afternoon with a high of 72 and a low of 53. Don't put those umbrellas away though, because Saturday will be breezy, cooler, and cloudy with afternoon showers, and a high of 60 and a low of 44. Things will clear up for Sunday. It's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 59 and a low of 40. That was your weekend weather forecast. For MC in Focus, I'm Mariah Keat. Have a great day, MC.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It's now time for some sports stories with Robin Smith. What's going on in the world of sports, Robin?
Thanks, Yasudian. Well, it is Friday and you're just about to make it through another week, so congratulations. So sports fans, here is what to watch while you veg out over tonight and this weekend, if that's what you're into. Baseball is back on Sunday with a slew of games opening the season. The Yankees play the Rays at 1:10 Eastern Time. The Giants face the Diamondbacks second at 4:10 p.m. and the Cubs against the Cardinals at 8:35 Eastern. So take your pick, or should I say, take your pitch. This has been Sports. I'm Robin Smith on MC in Focus.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you. And it's almost the end of the semester and you are feeling tired, stressed, and ready for it to be over. There's a fun and healthy way that you can relieve that stress. Dorothy Mbori has the report.
If you're feeling stressed, drained, or just plain done with all the schoolwork and other responsibilities of life, maybe you could try taking a Zumba class. Zumba is a fun way of relieving stress that involves a healthy mix of music and dancing. It keeps your endorphins flowing and gets rid of any unwanted stress and negativity you might be holding in.
Zumba has been such a big, huge part of my life, especially in college. I started Zumba basically in college. I used just basic exercise in general as a stress reliever, but Zumba was the thing that made everything okay. It's a big, huge, I love it because it gets my heart rate up. It incorporates music. Music is a big, huge part of my life, so to include music along with exercise and make it feel like it's not even a workout was absolutely perfect for me.
So why not try it? Find a Zumba class close to you and join in on the fun. Who knows? You might just enjoy it. For MC in Focus, I'm Dorothy Mbori.
Foon Sham is a professional sculptor and a professor in the arts department at the University of Maryland. Recently, he built a sculpture in North Bethesda along Rockville Pike for the new REI outdoor store, which recently opened. Robin Smith has the story.
We recently went to Rockville Pike at the REI store where Foon Sham was commissioned to build a sculpture.
The sculpture is described to me from him as his inspiration of being in a campsite as a tree and as well as fire. So if you look at the sculpture and if you kind of look upwards, you can see how the sculpture kind of changes and juts out and comes back in like you would see smoke. So when smoke comes out and how it flows, as well as a tree, which is obviously relates to REI as part of our brand.
So I traveled to DC to take a look at some of Foon Sham's other work. We're inside of the exhibition Escape by Foon Sham, and as you can see, it looks very much like a tunnel. It reminds me of that. I'm almost underground, and you can see that it's made solely out of wood and screws and glue, and the wood is laminated so that it doesn't rot because this piece actually travels around the country. And right now it's at the Katzen Art Center. That's on AU's campus in Washington, D.C. With MC in Focus, I'm Robin Smith.
Fidget spinners are the latest toy craze, capturing the attention of elementary school students and driving their teachers crazy. Fidget spinners are essentially ball bearings encased in plastic or metal designed to be spun and keep the hands busy. These little manipulators are marketed as stress relief devices to help people suffering from anxiety, ADHD, or autism spectrum disorder. They are available in stores like Walmart and Etsy.
Good news for all you Mario fans. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold nearly 460,000 digital and physical copies on its launch day, making it the fastest selling game in the franchise history. The previous record was held by Mario Kart Wii, which sold just under 435 units on launch day back in 2008. According to the Nintendo, the strong performance by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is impressive, considering it is merely an enhanced port of the Wii U game rather than an original game.
That sounds pretty interesting, actually.
It does.
Yeah.
That is it for today. We hope you have a nice weekend, and we will see you next time. I am Justudian Cruz.
And I'm Maxim Krochenko. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
And I'm Robin Smith. Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to our last newscast.
Last one.
Yay!
Where's Mariah?
I don't know.
Goodbye.
Yeah.